Hi there, LinkedIn family. Jonathan here from Some Talented People, and OMG, this book. Right, so the other books I'm going to do videos about, I have read and absorbed. I'm only, 27 pages into this book, and mind-blowing. So there's a type of crayfish called a marmot, and they discovered that in single-sex environments, they were producing clones of themselves, so genetic clones. And it was not understood how this is happening, so they set up an experiment, and they put two populations of these cloned marmocrets into various tanks, or into a couple of tanks. And what they found is that they breed they don't breed, they clone themselves at an incredibly high rate. If you put one in a jar or in a tank, you'll have 400 or 500 within a year. And so they put them in these two tanks. They controlled every single thing, every element of variety. So the same water, the same food, the same position in the lab, the same person doing the experimentation and observation. And what they found is that hundreds of different evolutionary species options were found to be true. There's one, I can't get a picture of the thing off the net, but if you look at that picture there, you see how there's that massive difference in the size of them. There's also a massive difference, almost double the length, 970 days for some, whereas as little as 470 days for others. And the point is, they're all genetic clones, and they're all in the same environment. And up till now, we've thought that, okay, it's either your environment or your genes. More recently, we've got into epigenetics, so things that happened in your past, but we cannot explain how this happens. And the book then goes on to say that, look, there is a crisis at the moment in politics, in science, in law enforcement, in all sorts of things, because we have convinced ourselves that we know more than we actually do. And many's the time, as I'm sure you'll be aware of, that we look at things that happened in the past and mock them for their limited view. And these marmocrets have suddenly thrown into disarray everything we thought we knew. And that applies to so many areas. So, for example, I'm as I say, early on at the moment, but it gives the example of Mike Tyson and his brother. And they both experienced this horrific, violent, homeless or in terrible accommodation, condemned accommodation as a youth. They both had early criminal experiences because of their environment. One went on to continue to show those violent tendencies from their experience, Mike, but his brother went on to become a trauma doctor to help people with gunshot wounds and stab wounds from being in the life of crime. So two completely divergent choices from the same experience, the same environment, or nurture as we call it. So I very, very, very much recommend this book. I mean, literally, I've come out of Nero's, I've come in, recorded this, I'm doing this now because it's so amazing that I was excited about it. So, The Hidden Half, probably don't buy it if you don't want to have your brain blown apart, because it's a harsh set of realizations about what we believe is true. And I think from a business perspective, there are lots of people, we all think we know the best thing to do, and to one extent or another, we're basing that on experience or data, or maybe an intuition. I think the one thing you could take away from reading this book is that, like dark energy, which is apparently making, well, it is not even apparently, is making the universe expand at a faster rate. We don't know what it is, we can't see it, we can't detect it. Up till now, or up till I read that book, I very much believed that science was right on. We can see politics falling apart, but basically there is a hidden half, a force that we cannot understand yet, We cannot see it, but it is making such changes, physical changes to these marmocrats, that, okay, what we think we know isn't everything, and the bit we don't know yet could be everything. So buy the book, enjoy yourselves. I'll see you again. Have a nice day. Cheers. Bye.